Hello everyone. So welcome to today's class by Dr. Melvin. So today we'll be seeing a very interesting session on the favorite topic, that is vaccines in PSM. Okay. So the study of vaccines is vaccinology. So today we'll be seeing an entire view of A to set of vaccines in two parts, and we'll go direct into our session. Yes. So the beneficiaries of the sessions will be mainly the NEET PG aspirants or the INICET, that is the Central Institute aspirants, the postgraduates in community medicine, those who are doing MD, and also the medical officers who are actually having a ground field experience, and they are also involved in conducting the routine immunization sessions. And finally, our favorite MBBS students who are preparing for the UG theory exams. Okay, they will also be benefited with this videos. I'll be covering in two parts. The purposes can be for the postgraduates. It can be also used for the practical purpose, and to a certain extent, mainly the theory. So these persons will be benefited with entrance purpose. Okay, we'll go directly into our topic. Yes. So today, before going into our topic, we'll share a small history of the vaccination topic. So can you identify these two persons? Yes. So this gentleman is called as Louis Pasteur. Okay. So this can be the image-based question also. It can be asked. So Louis Pasteur, what does he do? He gave the germ theory of the disease, and pertaining to the vaccines, he coined the term vaccine. And what are the vaccines he gave? This is CAR, which I mean is cholera, anthrax, and rabies. Okay, so these are the three vaccines which came under the contribution of him. Okay, so he coined the term vaccine, and he actually gave the germ theory of the disease. And this gentleman is Edward Jenner. Okay, what he contributed is he gave the coined the term vaccination. Okay, this is where you should not get confused. Okay, vaccination. And he also discovered the smallpox vaccine. Okay, these 2 points are very important from the public health point of view. Okay, and the first vaccine trial was done in Agra, that is for cholera. Okay, yes. So have you ever thought why we need a immunization program? Okay, and why you know that many millions of babies born every day, and why do we need a universal immunization program? The program is called as universal immunization program. The purpose why we are giving administering the vaccines to our child from birth itself is to prevent the vaccine preventable diseases. Against the program works against this, mainly the vaccine preventable diseases. Okay, so what we have achieved so far with this program is we have eradicated the only disease which have been eradicated in the world is smallpox, and the certification is given by WHO in the year 8th May 1980. Okay, smallpox has been eradicated in 1977 itself, but the WHO gave the certification on 1980 only. Okay, see, the thing is there is no pathogen of smallpox that is eradicated. Other diseases due to the vaccines we have eliminated some of the diseases like maternal and neonatal tetanus in the year 2015. Leprosy, we don't have any skill vaccines, effective vaccine, but still we have actually, it is in the eliminated stage only, the year 2005. And like polio, very important. Okay, the last case of polio was seen the year 2011 in West Bengal, and in also in India specifically we saw the last case in year 2011. But we can also see in other countries like Mozambique, Afghanistan, and all. Okay, still the wild polio strain is actually persistent in India. Okay, still we have in Pakistan and Afghanistan. Okay, these two countries we are still having this polio virus, so that's why we couldn't declare the polio to be eradicated. Only this is under the eliminated. What I mean is there is just an interruption of the transmission of the diseases. We don't have any such we have still the pathogen is being present in our universe, so it is only eliminated. Okay, and before starting any vaccines, okay, what are the headings you must be knowing? you'll be asked in your spotters or viva whatever thing about any vaccines. What are the things you must be knowing? Excuse me. Okay. First, you must be knowing the type of the vaccines, whether it is live or killed vaccines. So this is very important. Whichever vaccine you are doing, you need to know the type of the vaccine. What is its dose, route, site. Okay, all these three things comes under a broad heading called as schedule. Okay, and contraindications, side effect, maximum age, that is delayed immunization. What if a child doesn't follow the schedule and comes report back lately to you? What do you do? So that is maximum, how far the maximum age can the vaccine can be administered to the child, maximum age and strains. Okay, so under these headings you must be knowing for each and every vaccine. For example, BCG, what is the type? It is a live vaccine. What is the dose, route, site, everything. Okay, I'll be generally covering how you can remember these things. Okay, in your books and all, each vaccines will be given in a single box, and in a part book very big table is there, which you might feel very difficult to remember. I'll also make sure to the best I'll simplify those things, how to remember these things. Okay, next. Okay, there are also many types of vaccines. The most primarily we are having live vaccines and killed vaccines. So what is the property of live vaccines is it retains the immunogenicity of the vaccine. It retains the immunogenicity and with the reduced virulence. Okay, so that is called as attenuated. Okay, we are injecting the live vaccines into the human body, but we are injecting but with the reduced virulence, so that it doesn't harm the person, but at the same time it should be beneficial also. At the same time it retains the immunogenicity, so it is highly efficacy. Okay, a single dose itself it can evoke the immune response and cause the antibody formation and prevents the disease. Okay, so that is we in our national immunization schedule we use the live attenuated vaccines. So at the same time the killed vaccines is having a reduced immunogenicity, so having a less efficacy. Okay, and I have a mnemonic to remember how this vaccines can be remembered. What are the, so in your exams if it is asked means how you can remember these vaccines. Okay, the mnemonic will be I love chick embryo. I love chick embryo. Sorry, B. Okay, I is influenza live vaccine. This is live vaccine. L for L for this is we are dealing with live vaccines. Influenza. So influenza has live component and killed component also. So now I am talking about the live component. Okay, this is chicken pox. Chick is chicken pox, otherwise called as varicella vaccine. Okay, and EMBROO. E is for Japanese encephalitis live variant. Okay, now we are actually under immunization schedule. We are planning to shift for. We are actually already the stocks are being come for killed variant of Japanese encephalitis. Okay, still live variant also still available in our market. M is for MMR, BCG. B is for BCG. R is for RV, yellow fever, and OPV. OPV it is the Sabin form. Okay. So this is how, if you know this mnemonic, you can tell whether this is a live vaccine or a killed vaccines. So all, if you remember these live vaccines, all the exceptions are generally there are also many types of vaccines. Generally, it is the killed component. A trip to Jaipur is A is denoted as hepatitis A. T is for typhoid vaccine. Trip. Okay. T is for typhoid vaccine. R is for rabies vaccine. I is for influenza, same influenza and IPV. Influenza, as I said, it has a killed component also, and this is plague and pertussis. Okay, 2, it is tick typhus vaccine. Okay, and finally the Jaipur is nothing but your JE killed version, which we now practice. Okay. So these are the vaccine types, majority of the vaccines type, live vaccines and killed vaccines. And the next, what are the remaining vaccines is we are having some something called as subunit vaccines. Okay, subunit vaccines, a part of the virus is taken. Okay, a part of the virus is taken and injected. So for example, the subunit vaccines can be a toxoids, a recombinant vaccine, and it also can be a glycoconjugate, and it can also be a polysaccharide vaccine, and it can be also a mixed and protein vaccine. Okay, so these many types of vaccines we are actually having in under subunit vaccines. Okay, so now we must know anything, we must know in the examples of each. Okay, this can be diphtheria toxide, tetanus toxide, and what now we are giving in pregnancy is TD. Okay, and the recombinant, most important recombinant vaccine is hepatitis B. So I am just mentioning the most important things which you need to remember it. Glycoconjugate, it can be given less than 2 years. It can be given. Should not be given is polysaccharide vaccine. Less than 2 years, you should not give polysaccharide vaccines. Polysaccharide vaccine is nothing but your meningococcal, pneumococcal, and hip. And the glycoconjugate will be your PCV. So the recently introduced vaccine in the year of October 2022, this vaccine has been launched by the Government of India, Ministry of Health and Welfare. Mixed vaccines is Penta. Like, what are the mixed vaccines under Penta is Hib, DPT, and hepatitis B. So these three vaccines are comes under the single term called as pentavalent vaccine. So this is a mixed vaccine. Another example for hepatitis is MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella. So these are the mixed vaccines, and the protein vaccine is our COVID vaccine, mainly the Novavax vaccine. So one of the vaccines under the COVID, so it is a Novavax, and influenza is also a mixed vaccine. Okay, so you should just remember the examples, and you can it can be asked as which type of subunit vaccine this vaccine belongs to, apart from this live and the kill vaccines. Okay, next, the very important part where you'll be asked left and right is your national immunization schedule. So if you see and remember this schedule, it will be very difficult. So when I write, you write along with me, and you can remember how easily you can remember this schedule. Okay, can write along with me. Yes, from birth, what we will be giving the vaccine is BCG, B for BCG, OPV 0 dose, and hepatitis B 0 dose. So these are 0 doses. Okay, and because since why it is 0 dose, we will be also repeating in the upcoming days for a baby. For birth vaccines, and write along with me as 6, 10, and 14 weeks. What are the vaccines? We are giving 5 vaccines. Penta 1, OPV, PCV, IPV, and RV. Okay, these are the list of vaccines. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. This is only 1 and 3, 1, 3. What I mean is, now, what I mean by 1, 3 is, 1, 2, 3 is, I mean all the 6, 10, and 4 to 3 is also 6, 10, and 14 weeks. 1 and 3 is only given in 6 and 14 weeks. Okay, so remember, 1 and 3 comes on the PCV and the IPV. IPV is nothing but your fractional IPV. Is fractional IPV is 0.1 ml. So that I'll tell in the upcoming slides. 1 and 3, so 6. The PCV and fractional IPV is not given on the 10th week. Next, we can directly jump to 9 months. Okay, 9 months, another 5 vaccines list is given. MR1, JE1, only in the endemic areas. Okay, and we'll start this vitamin A prophylaxis. And another, what are the other remaining vaccines? We'll be giving the PCV booster and the recently introduced fractional IPV 3rd dose. This came in only the January 2023 update. The fractional IPV 3rd dose is given in the 9th month of age. Okay, and next is 16 to 24 months. What we given is, we follow this MR2, JE2, only in the endemic areas. JE is given. Okay, endemic areas like Bihar, UP, like Bimar, Koju states. There are some states in India where the Japanese encephalitis is endemic. Okay, and we'll go with DPT booster 1, OPV booster. Okay, So these are the vaccines, which 4 vaccines which give in 16 to 24 months. Next 5 to 6 years will give repeat the DPT boosted 2, and 10 and 16 years what we will give only the TD vaccines. Now we have actually changed from TT to TD. Okay, and coming in the pregnancy period, what is given in the pregnancy? TD is given. Okay, 2 doses it is given as soon as when the pregnancy is registered, and the second dose within 4 weeks apart. Okay, if the pregnancy is within if the next pregnancy, that is your inter-pregnancy interval is within 3 years, next you just need a single dose booster alone. But if you are actually planning the next pregnancy after 3 years, you need to have a complete dose, that is 2 doses. Okay, can we proceed to next? Yes. Now coming to the vitamin A. Vitamin A, because many people get confused. What is under a UIP and what is vitamin A deficiency? Okay, both things are different in terms of treatment. In case of vitamin A under UIP, what is given? Okay, we are planning in less than 1 year on more than 1 year of age. We are giving 1 lakh international units, 2 lakh international units. This is comes under 1 ml and 2 ml. Okay, only these things are actually being given in terms of vitamin A under the UIP National Immunization Schedule. This is 1 ml means 1 lakh. So it will be given in a spoon. There is a separate spoon for vitamin A, or nowadays it is also coming in the form of capsule. Okay, 1 ml capsule and 2 ml capsule. So totally this should be repeated every 6 months. Every 6 months, starting from the 9 months of age till 5 years of age. Okay, this is very important. So totally there will be coming under 9 doses, which equals 17 lakh international units. Okay, 9 doses will be coming from 9 months till you can, if you calculate every 6 months till 5 years, it will be coming under 9 doses will be coming, which is equaling to 17 lakh international unit. Coming under vitamin A deficiency. Vitamin A deficiencies will give on day 0, day 1 and day 14. Okay, less than 6 months, 6 to 12 months, and more than 1 year. Okay, and we'll give 50,000 international units, 1 lakh international units, and 2 lakh international units. Yeah, 1 lakh I mean it is 1 ml, 2 lakh I mean it is 2 ml. And still the baby is, even though if the baby is more than 1 year, still if it is less than 8 kg means it will comes under this category, and more than 8 kg. So this is where your MCQ and all the bio parts are. The baby is still less than 8 kg, even though if the baby is more than 1 year, you have to still give 1 lakh international unit only. Okay, this is where the catch is here. Okay, and when the vitamin A deficiency becomes a public health problem, public health significance. If a vitamin A deficiency is significant, means if the night blindness is more than 1%, these are more than 1% in a particular area. So you have this minimum prevalences, we can say as public health problem. White dot spots. So there will be some whitish spots in the conjunctiva more than 0.5%, and corneal cirrhosis more than 0.01%, and xerophthalmia. So if all these parameters are been met, so then it can be called as public health importance, public health significance. Okay. Next, how the immunization programs have been evolved over the time. So initially it was being started as EPI in the year 1970, that is Expanded Program of Immunization. Next, we came in the year of Universal Immunization Program in the year 1985. Then our mission Indradhanush, that is we came in the year 2014, and in the year then we have an intensified mission Indradhanush 1.0, 2017, 2019, 2021, 2022, and 23. Okay, I intensified 3.0, 4.0, 5.0. Okay, I know it is like an Endran movie, 2.0, 3.0. So I will tell what are the differences between how intensified mission Indradhanush have been evolved throughout. Okay, just remember we have mission Indradhanush, which has actually targeted in the year 2014 against this 7 vaccine preventable diseases. Okay, which is already in our schedule. Next, we have a intensified things. Okay, what the coverage made by mission Indradhanush is not enough. So we need to plan an intensified mission Indradhanush. Mission is like a movement. Okay, we need to work in a mission mode to destroy this, to eliminate this vaccine preventable diseases. Okay, this is in a short table. 1977 we have eradicated the smallpox, and 2014 India was declared in the polio-free country. Mission Indradhanush started in the year 2015. We have a electronic vaccine intelligence network, which actually have a logistics and supply everything in the year 2015. And the 2017 IMI 2.1, IMI 1.0 is being released. Everything 2.0, we had a pandemic then, and in the year 2023 we have faced out this UVIN. Okay, everything is being digitalized. Okay, so that having a faster immunization coverage and faster logistic data management is being done by UVIN portal. Okay, we are facing out this even also. Okay, that is even. Then during the period of COVID it is COVID, then now UVIN. Okay, this is how it has been evolved. Okay, as I said, India has been declared in the polio free in the year 2014. So that now we are actually initially there was having trivalent polio P1, P2, and P3 strains. Now in the year 25th April 2016, we have shifted to bivalent OPV. We have actually removed one of the strain P2, which is actually major cause of causing this VDPV, vaccine derived polio virus. So now we actually eliminated this P2, and now we are having only the P1 and P3 strain. So this shift from trivalent OPV to bivalent OPV is called as switch day, National Switch Day. Okay, this is very important. Then now actually what is end game polio strategy? We will discuss polio in depth in upcoming sections. Now at this stage I'll just tell about a short what is end game strategy. Now we are actually planning to shift all this OPV, oral vaccines, into IPV, phasing out of OPV to IPV vaccines. So actually IPV has everything P1, P2, and P3, but your bivalent OPV is having only P1 and P3 strain. Okay, remember this phasing out. This is we are slowly removing this bivalent OPV in the schedule, and we are actually introducing IPV for everyone. Okay, that is called as end game strategy. Okay, and remember there is two main things: VAPP and VD. VDPP is mainly caused by P2 and P3. This is P3 more than P2 strains. Okay, still we are having P1 strain. Okay, P2 actually P2 is eliminated in the year 2015. P3 we have eliminated in the year 2019. Still P1 is being persistent in Pakistan and Afghanistan, so that we are not able to eliminate it. Okay, as I said, we are having 7 vaccine preventable diseases: diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, hepatitis B, polio, TB, and measles. So these are the 7. Okay, Indradhanush means as a name indicates 7 colors of the rainbow. So that we are having 7 diseases. That is how Mission Indradhanush has been launched in the year of 2014. Okay, now we are actually planning in the intensified Mission Indradhanush. Another 5 diseases have been included. That is your rotavirus, Japanese encephalitis. Okay, like this we are having some 5 diseases, PCV and IPV. Okay, and these are the in most of the cases, so that 7 plus 5 equal to 12. Okay, according to the latest coverage NFHS 5 data, our immunization coverage is 76%. Why? But our goal of Mission Indradhanush is more than 90% coverage to 0 to 2 years and pregnant women. Okay, that is the main objective of it. So that our main purpose of objective of Mission Indradhanush will be to reduce the under 5 mortality rate and IMR by covering the more than 90% coverage. Okay, so if the more than 90% coverage of vaccines in the under 5 people is there, means there will be a reduced under 5 mortality and infant mortality rate. And to reduce the awareness gap, okay, the ANMs and the ASHAs who are posted in the sub-centers and PHs will actually go and mobilize the persons where the baby is born to have a immunization coverage, routine immunization coverage till. So we are also having some tracking systems like MCTS, Kilkari. These are some awareness things for the mother. Kilkari is a mobile app which actually gives about 72 weekly audio video messages starting from the first trimester, starting from the second trimester, how the baby care should be done. Okay, audio messages is also being done in the form of SMS or MMS. Okay, and this is mother child tracking system. There will be a separate RCH ID is created in the once the mother is being registered under this PHCs or anywhere. So RCH ID is being given, and so that the mother is being tracked for mother and the child both is being taken care of. Okay, and what are the target areas where we are actually focusing this mission in Indradhanush? We are actually also having routine immunization. So the routine immunization is different from mission in Indradhanush. Mission in Indradhanush is only catering for those who are not able to reach the areas, hard to reach areas. What are the hard to reach areas? That is, example is urban slums, migrant sites, construction workers, then areas with low routine immunization, that is routine immunization, areas with vacant subcenter. What I mean vacant by subcenter is the no ANM is being posted in the subcenter for the past 3 months, and other hard to reach areas and remote areas, remote hard to reach areas by the health inspectors or health related persons. Okay, so these are the target areas for mission Indradhanush. These people will be targeted under this mission Indradhanush and following IMI programs. The criteria will be the full immunization coverage less than 80%, a state where the full immunization coverage is, and the measles or the measles incidence more than 10 per lakh cases, or the DPT is more than 1 per lakh incidents. Okay, and a high amount of missed routine immunization, high missed routine immunization areas. Okay, this is a criteria. Okay, what I mean is this is a criteria. Full FIC, I mean is full immunization coverage is less than 80%. So those particular areas or districts will be taken under the consideration of Mission Indradhanush. Or the prevalence of measles for incidence. Okay, and next. So now we are having this something called as IMI 4.0. Okay, this IMI 4.0 has been launched. 2.6 crore about many people have been 0 to 2 years children and pregnant women has been covered under this IMI 4.0. Okay, it has been done in 3 rounds, that is 7 February, March and 4th April. Okay, of and the year 2022. Okay, these 4 things have been done. The major 3.0 and 4.0 is being targeted under COVID. Okay, due to the pandemic, there will be many left out and dropouts. Okay, IMI 3.0 and 4.0 actually caters this particular persons. Okay, and now, so we can in the year 2014 they have released a module how the immunization coverage has been done before the launch of Mission Indradhanush. As I said, only in the year Mission Indradhanush was launched 2014. Before this 2014, how we are seeing this coverage. You can see majority of the South India and some part of the North has been only having more than 70%. All others have been having less than 40, less than 50. Okay, and after this Mission Indradhanush and IMI, what we have achieved? As per the report of HMIS 2022, 6 states have achieved 100% immunization coverage, whereas 17 states have achieved more than 90%. Okay, still majority we have. So India is having a robust immunization program, and compared to other countries, our immunization model is having a great infrastructure to improve and act fast. Okay, because many workforce, many human resources have been combined in that to have this immunization coverage more than 90%. As you can see, HMIS, that is Health Management and Information System 2022-23 says 6 states have achieved this 100% immunization coverage. Okay, and now in the last month, August 2023, we have launched this IMI 5.0. What are the differences in this? Okay, now we are actually targeting this MR elimination. We need to eliminate MR by year this year itself. MR 2023, and instead of 0 to 2 years, now we are actually enhanced to cover 5 years. How I remember is 5.0 means till under 5, till 5 years, plus pregnant women. It's been covered, targeted under this, and the professionals are being trained to reach these persons of zero dose children. Okay, I'll tell you what is meant by zero dose in the upcoming slides. Okay, zero dose children, MR elimination by, and it has been covered to 0 under 5, and also this U-wing expansion to all the areas and districts throughout India. These are the these are the 4 changes which has been done in the IMI 5.0 when compared to 4.0, and also this has been launched under three rounds: August, September, and October. Okay. This is the logo of Mission Indradhanush, and the theme is "Be wise, get your child fully immunized." Okay, and next coming to the difference. So some people get confused about this Mission Indradhanush and Abhiyan Indradhanush. Never, both are not same. Mission Indradhanush is what we have discussed till now. It is about related to immunization, but your Abhiyan Indradhanush is not related to immunization. It is related to the ESA hospital cleanliness. ESA hospital, because how clean the ESA hospital has been maintained is they are actually changing the bedsheets as per the color of the rainbow, that is with GR. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, every days of the week they are actually having a bedsheets of this color with GR color as a part of rainbow color: violet, indigo, blue, yellow, green, orange, and red. Okay, for example, Monday they will be having indigo color, and for Tuesday they will having blue color bedsheets. So there will be a rotation of bedsheets in this color in ESA as well. That is called as Abhiyan Indradhanush. But the Mission Indradhanush is totally different. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, and whenever you are actually giving a vaccines, okay, either by a medical, usually ANM gives the vaccines. Okay, the ANM must make sure, even if the ANM gets forget, the intent posted in the PHCs or the first line of ASHA workers should be telling the mother what are the key messages after vaccination. So she must be telling what the vaccine, what type of vaccine is being given to the mother, and why it is given, and next when to come for the next visit. That is, the card will be given. Even though the card is given, some illiterate mothers don't see and remember this. It should be told orally when should they should come to next visit, and what can be the minor side effects, because some can cause local reactions, fever, so that the mother should not get panic and then again report to the PHCs. So that you should not make sure. What are the minor side effects? And to keep the immunization card, what we are actually giving under the MCH card. So it's been called as MCH. Okay, or in Tamil we have Thai card. Okay, Thai Sevai card. Many things are called in every part of the area or district in India has some names for this card. Okay, generally by the government of India it is called as MCH card. Okay, next. Okay, now we'll see the what are the vaccine constituents. So there are some of the substances in vaccines which hold the vaccine's power. Okay, which means the use. What are adjuvants? There are something called as adjuvants which increases the immunogenicity of the vaccines. Okay, there are some materials which are there called as adjuvants which increases the immunogenicity. For example, AS01 in malaria vaccine, aluminum hydroxide in DPT. Okay, these are some of the adjuvants which has been present in the vaccine to have a increase the immunogenicity, which means having a faster antibody production and response. Excipients nothing but inert substances are there. Stabilizes, prevents the chemical reaction. Okay, so there are some vaccines which does actually it prevents the chemical reaction so that it doesn't stick to the walls of the vaccine vial. Okay, example is albumin, globulin, and gelatin. Okay, these are called as stabilizers. Preservatives is it increases the shelf life of the vaccines. What are the mainly most common preservatives? Phenoxyethanol in IPV and thiomersal. thimerosal and DPT. Now it is actually getting phased out. Okay, phenoxyethanol in IPV and thimerosal in DPT. They are called preservative. It increases the shelf life of the vaccines. Then what is called as buffers. Buffers is nothing but your inhibit the pH action of the vaccines. Okay, there are some pH which destroys the vaccine action. That is example is gastric buffer. Gastric buffer is seen in cholera vaccine called as decoral. Okay, decoral vaccines, and we are actually having for every vaccines we are having some buffers. So for JE vaccine, it is phosphate buffer, and most of the vaccines we are having sodium chloride as a buffer. Okay, and JE has phosphate buffer, gastric buffer for cholera vaccine that is called as decoral. And next coming to the diluents. Diluents is actually used for freeze-dried vaccines. Okay, vaccines which are in the powder form. So when you put a diluent, it actually gets into have a reconstituted or lyophilized vaccines. Okay. Once it is the powder form is filled, it comes under reconstituted vaccines. And emulsifiers. What are emulsifiers? Reduces the surface tension. Example what we use is tween 80 in under manto. Okay. Antibiotics. We are having like antibiotics like neomycin, gentamicin. Gentamicin is for influenza vaccine and neomycin for BIM. BIM is varicella, IPV and MR. Okay, so these are the vaccines which we use. Okay, and coming to the freeze-dried vaccines, as I said, it is there in the powder form, which needs to be reconstituted or lyophilized. So some of the freeze-dried vaccines are BCG, measles, JE, and yellow fever. So once if we reconstitute, that is once we add a diluent, it should be used within 4 hours. Okay, BCG what diluent used is NS, normal saline. Measles, it is distilled water. How I used to remember is measles. If you actually reverse this M, it will come as water. So distilled water is for measles, and BCG it is normal saline. And J we use this phosphate buffer as this, and this is yellow fever. We use cold physiological saline. Okay. And next coming to the light sensitive vaccines. So why it is called as light sensitive means these light sensitive vaccines will be stored under this something called as amber colored bottle. Okay, which actually protects them from the sunlight. This is amber colored bottle. Light sensitive vaccines are BCG, MMR, varicella and vitamin E. Okay, these are the light sensitive vaccines. Now we will actually having a other part of we'll remember how schedule can be remembered easily. Okay, I'll tell. Okay, you can note that how the schedule can be is route. Coming to the route, all vaccines, remember us, all vaccines are given IM. Most of the vaccines whichever you see is given intramuscularly. Okay, with the exceptions. What are the exceptions is intradermal will be fractional IPV and BCG and ARV. Okay, modified Thai, only this Thai Red Cross regimen. Subcutaneous is MR and JE. Oral is RV and OPV. That is rotavirus and oral polio vaccines. Okay, this is how you can remember BCG, fractional IPV, ARV, MR, JE, and RV and OP. So all the remaining exceptions you can remember as IM. Next, dose. All the vaccines remember as 0.5 ml. What are the exceptions? Just whenever you ask an MCQ, just remember the exceptions so that you can remember this. All the remaining others. OPV we give 2 drops. RV we give 5 drops. BCG 0.1 ml in case of more than 28 days and 0.05 ml in case of less than 28 days of life. Vitamin A we are having 1 ml, 2 ml like that. That's our 2 lakh international. Fractional OPV, IPV it is. Remember always IPV it is 0.5 ml. But your PSS fractional IPV is 1/5 of IPV. That is your 0.1 ml. That is how it is there. Okay. And as I said, 2 to 2. Okay. So and site. So okay, if you remember, if you getting in park, you will be seeing a table. Okay, I'll actually simplify the table by using a diagram which has been drawn with the help of men. Okay, okay, bear with me. Okay, this This is a child, hopefully. This is the left side of the child and this is the right side of the child. Just assuming. What are the vaccines which is being given in the right side is remember as MIT. Okay, there is a famous college in Pondicherry called as MIT. Vaccines is given in the right upper arm. Right upper arm. Okay, what are the MIT vaccines is MR, IPV 1 and 2 and TD. MR, IPV 1 and 2 and TD. What are the vaccines which is given in the left side is BCG and JE and fractional IPV third dose alone. Remember, since the fractional IPV first and the second dose are there and on the 9th month MR also given. So two injections cannot be given on the same site in the 9th month of age. So that particular fractional IPV third dose is shifted to the left side when this MR dose has been given on the right side in the 9th month. That is how. Okay. And OPV and RV the mouth. And left side it is penta and hepatitis B 0 dose which is given the birth and PCV on the right side. Okay. What I mean by the left is anterolateral aspect of mid thigh. Which I mean is, for example, how penta is given means you should not tell us left thigh alone. You should tell us anterolateral aspect of left side, left mid thigh. That is a complete statement where pentavalent is given. Okay. Just remembering, just a gross remembering how you can remember these vaccines. Anterolateral aspect of mid thigh, left side penta is given or hepatitis B birth dose, and the right side PCV is given. And left and the right arm is upper arm. Okay. Next is this is just diagram which has been this is an old diagram which has been found in the medical officer manual. Okay. And maximum age, how the vaccines can be given till what age of age if the child is misses a dose. Hepatitis B can be given up to 24 hours, that is only 1 day. And OPV 0 dose can be given up to 15 days and this can be given up to 5 years. Actually those vaccines which are given in the 9th month of age under this national immunization schedule can be given till 5 years of age, and the remaining vaccines, all the remaining vaccines can give it up to 1 year. DPT booster, this is 6 years, this is 7 years and this is 15 years. Okay, somehow you remember these things. This is how your maximum age can be given up to age. Okay. And whenever how the sequence of vaccination is important is because whenever you are actually inviting the child, if you invite the child with the directly the injection means the child won't cooperate. So that's something we are, the program has devised the sequence. For the first sequence we invite the child with oral one, then only injectables, and finally the most painful injection, that is penta, we give it the last. So other injectables at the, for example 6 weeks, we actually start with OPV and RV first oral, then fractional IPV and PCV, and finally the penta. In each every stages of schedule, we actually start with only oral, then injectables, and finally the penta. Okay, if the penta is not there, finally the JE component is selected at the age of 9 months. Okay, this is mainly due to the it can be the child can cooperate well. Okay, that's the sequence of vaccination. And there's actually vaccine specific side effects in the list of vaccines. Most commonly we are having local reactions and anaphylaxis for most of the vaccines. Okay, any vaccine can actually have a, if it's not properly maintained, can cause local reactions and anaphylaxis. There are some specific side effects particular to the vaccine. This can be arsenic entrance, or rotavirus can cause intersusception, BAPP and VDPV. DPT, actually mainly the acellular component of pertussis, causes inconsolable cry and fever. Okay, and the TT brachial neuritis, BCG osteitis, lymphadenitis. Okay, many things actually got disseminated infection. And influenza, it actually causes GBS, Guillain-Barré syndrome. MMR is thrombocytopenia and toxic shock syndrome. So these are actually still rare, but still it can cause. Okay, it can be used for your entrance purpose. And some of the contraindications, as I said, all the live vaccines have been contraindicated in pregnancy and immunocompromised, with some exceptions, except one live vaccines which can be given in pregnancies, yellow fever vaccines, which actually the validity of the vaccine starts from 10 days till lifelong. The yellow fever vaccines, those are actually having a vaccination certificate which is valid from 10 days till lifelong, whether they need to have a travel to a yellow fever endemic area. Okay, the influenza and yellow fever vaccines contraindicated in egg allergy, and in case of fever, typhoid vaccine TY21A is contraindicated. All the other vaccines which actually can have not much contraindications. So killed vaccines doesn't have much contraindications. Only the vaccines which have a potential uh, risk have some contraindications. Okay, most you can remember is the live vaccines. Now, throughout, I would have seen in the mission in the there's something called drop-out left-out. Now we will see some definitions of what is meant by drop-out left-out. Drop-out left-out means dropouts is the vaccines have been started. The child has started receiving some of the vaccines, and initially it has been have a loss to follow. Some of the vaccines after that it has been lost to follow. That is dropout. Left-out means that it is not able to reach. So even in the IMI program, we are not still not able to reach some of the children in the remotest areas of urban slums. So that is totally left out. No single vaccine has been given to the child. Dropouts means we have started some of the vaccines, but still some vaccines have been left out. Some of the vaccines are pending. Partial loss to follow, called as dropout, left out. Fully immunized, the child has been taken vaccines up to 1 year of age, and completely immunized vaccines up to 2 years of age. All the vaccines under this national immunization schedule, which has been taken by the child till 1 year of age, is fully immunized, and all the vaccines which have been taken till 2 years of age, according to the NIS schedule, it is completely immunized. Buffer stock is nothing but 25% of the extra stock, which has been actually whenever there is an intent which is being made under the PHC level for reducing this out of stock for the vaccines in the PHCs, we'll have something called as extra stock, that is 25% of the procurement to prevent this out of stock mechanisms in the state from the central government. We allow additional 25% of the procurement. That's called as buffer stock. Direct BCG and indirect BCG. Direct BCG is given before 1 year of age, and indirect BCG is after 1 year of age with TST. And this is what we are giving under this immunization program, that is within 1 year. This is direct BCG. Indirect BCGs will be given after 1 year of age after doing this tuberculin sensitivity testing, that is your MAN2. Vaccination and immunization. What is the difference between vaccination and immunization? Vaccination is nothing but the art of administering vaccines. Administering the vaccines. Immunization is nothing but the process of antibody formation. So these differences might be asked in your viva or practicals, so that you should not get confused in this. Okay. So as I said, in the IMI 5.0, the main target we are actually targeting this zero dose children. Zero dose children is actually, they are found that according to the report there are about 2.6 million zero dose children is children. That is, they are not received any vaccine. Any single dose of the vaccine is zero dose children. Okay, that is mainly for actually for global comparison purpose. We are having a DPT vaccine has been taken as a single dose. Okay, for to sum up, what I mean to say is the any child which has not received a single dose of DPT can be termed as zero dose children. Now you can ask me that why other vaccines have not been considered in the form of DPT instead of DPT, MR, OPV, and BCG. Why these three vaccines have been not considered as a single dose definition under this zero dose children? Why? Because MR and OPV can be given as campaign doses. Okay, whenever some campaign is being arranged by the government of India or any state government, they will be given as campaign doses. Some even when they don't receive from the routine immunization site, they will actually, when they are going in the bike, they will come in the campaign doses. So that cannot be taken as zero dose missed children. And BCG, not every country gives that. So for a global comparison, DPT has been taken under the definition of zero dose children for globally. There's something called as IRMMA framework. This is particularly a strategy devised by this committee to reach this zero dose children. IRMMA is identify, reach, measure, monitor, and advocate. Okay, this is a framework. Okay, and there is something called as immunization agenda 2020 to reduce the 50% reduction of zero dose children by 2030. This is major agenda of zero dose children. Okay, immunization agenda 2030. Okay, and how vaccines are being stored is all the vaccines are being stored at 2+2 to +8 degrees centigrade, with the exceptions of -2 cold sensitive vaccines -2 to -40, and yellow fever is -30. And there is something called as vaccine multiplication factor. Okay, and when you are actually calculating this procurement, we have a vaccine multiplication factor. All the vaccines we are having, usually there is a 10% wastage. Some of you might not know how this number, so that you will memorize. I'll tell you how this number came. 100 by 100 minus 10 will comes under 1.11. And measles, rotavirus, and JE, there is a 25% wastage is actually calculated for procurement. 100 by 100 minus 25 will give you 1.33. Okay, this is how wastage has been calculated, so that wastage part will be additionally added to the procurement while calculating the vaccine dose required for a particular district or area. Okay, next, coming to the open vial policy. Open vial policy is nothing but any vaccine which has been used, there should be used only till 28 days of life. 28 days. That's after that you must be disposing. With something, there is still some exception, that is 4 weeks. The open vial policy is not applicable in case of BCG, COVID vaccines, and MR vaccines. Okay, already the JE and the RV vaccines, now the open vial policy is applicable. Remember, this is a major update. Japanese encapsulated vaccine, since the killed variant now we use still the live vaccines. Okay, if you, the open vial policy is not applicable in case of live Japanese encapsulated vaccine, but in killed variant, that is the brand name is Genvac. The Genvac brand, that is a killed Japanese encapsulated vaccine, and the rotavirus now follows the open vial policy. What I mean is, if the vaccine has been opened, we can be used till 28 days of life. But BCG, COVID, and MR, it can be used only till certain duration only. Okay, but the expiry date and the other criteria will be the expiry date should not be passed. The vaccine should be stored under strict conditions, aseptic techniques. The vaccine vial acceptance should not be done. These are some of the conditions which will be fulfilled to follow the vaccines to follow the open vial policy. Okay. Next, coming to the vaccine vial monitor. So VVM is nothing. Vaccines can be damaged by either heat or cold. To find out what the vaccines damaged by heat is, we follow something called as vaccine vial monitor. So this can be when the outer circle and see the inner square. Inner square is when a darker or the inner square gets darker than the outer circle, you should not use. So you can stage 3 and you should not use these vaccines. Okay, you can use these vaccines. So the chemical used in this vaccine vial monitor is paratoluene sulfonate. Okay, this is a major chemical which has been used under this VVM monitor, and the location can be either in the cap or in the body. I will tell you what is the importance of this. Either if the vaccine vial monitor is kept in the cap or in the body. So this is the monitor. You can see in the vaccine. So whenever you visit your PHC, take the vaccine and see where the vaccine vial monitor is being present. But then you can also instruct this person by ANM who don't know that the vaccine can be used or not. Okay. There is something called as types of VVM. VVM 2, 7, 14, and 30. So what I mean is, within 2 days, for example, within 2 days, the vaccine loses its potency. Potency is lost when exposed at 37 degrees centigrade. Okay, 37 degrees centigrade is nothing but a room temperature. When the vaccine is exposed to 37 degrees, within 2 days, it loses the potential. Similarly, 7 days, 14 days, and 30 days. Similarly, like that. Okay. As I said, this is in the cap and this is in the body of the vial. Okay, if the vaccine vial monitor is in the body, open vial policy is applicable. Okay, open vial policy. Open vial policy is not applicable if it is present in the cap. Okay. As I said, rotavirus open well policy is not applicable if it is there in the now we are having this. This is a new rotavirus. This is a old one. So previously it doesn't have an open well policy. Now the open well policy is applicable because it is the VVM is there in the body. Ah, and if the vaccine which has been destroyed by cold, we have something called as that is our freeze. We have something called as shake test. Okay, as I said, there is something called as aluminum hydroxide present in the DPT. If it gets settled down, you will have this sedimentation. Okay, do not use the vaccines if we need to have a shake immediately after 30 minutes or after 30 minutes. If you found this sediments down here, your aluminum hydroxide has already settled down here. Okay, then there is no point of use. Okay, your aluminum hydroxide is nothing but that actually gets settled down as sediments. If it gets settled down as sediments, then there is no point in using the vaccine. Okay, what is the strain of vaccines? I'm then coming to the strains. Strain of BCG is Danish 1331. Measles is Edmonston Zagreb. Mumps Geril line strain. Rubella, we are having this RA27/3. Yellow fever 17D vaccine. Varicella Oka strain. Okay, some of the strains you must remember for your entrance purpose. Japanese, we are having this Japanese encephalitis SA 14-14-2, that is your live vaccine, and for killed Nakayama and Beijing strain. These are for killed vaccines. Okay, this is for your A7 or California vaccine for influenza vaccines, malaria SPF 66 and RTS SAS01. Okay, this is an adjoint name. And for HIV, we are having Rav or Ankara. Okay, and for typhoid, we are having T121A and CYD TDP. Okay, this is a vaccine. Okay, and next, coming to the so this is I have taken from an article. What are the licensed vaccine manufacturing units of India? So this I can see in our Chennai, we are having a BCG vaccine laboratory, and most of the vaccines are under the NIV Pune, National Institute of Virology Pune. This you must be remembering it. Okay, and some of the related organizations related to the vaccines is Gavi, Global Alliance of Vaccination and Immunization. Okay, Gavi, one of the organization which actually gives some definitions and protocols related to the vaccine, and NTAGI. NTAGI is National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization. This is a body, National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization. It's the technical body which gives protocols related to Government of India, and SAGE, Strategic Advisory Group of Experts on Immunization, and for cold chain maintenance. Okay, the cold chain AEFI, all I will be covering in the next part. Cold chain AEFI, what are the related things of management of protocol, all I will cover in part 2. But we are having some centers, NCC, BMRC in cold chain, that is National Cold Chain and Vaccine Management Resource Center, which is located in NIHFW Delhi, and NCCTC, that is National Cold Chain Training Center, which is located in Pune. Okay, these are the two institutes of vaccines of importance. Okay, next we are going to end, that is National Immunization Day. We are actually following on March 16, and India has a robust immunization program with the theme of this year World Immunization Week. This last week of April, the theme is the big catch up. We need to have a big catch up of all these things. And November 10, it is the Universal Immunization Day. Okay, these are the awareness days you must be remembering. November 10, Universal Immunization Day. Last week of April is World Immunization Week, and National Immunization Day is March 16. Okay, these three things you must remember. And all my references have been got from Immunization Handbook for Medical Officers, which has been printed in the year 2017. And I have also added some updates, this COVID vaccines or JE vaccines, all the updates, which will be I will be stressing about in part 2 videos. Okay, you can have other reading for PARC, IAPSM, and only for postgraduates, those who do in MD Community Medicine, can refer this immunization handbook for further references. Okay. Used to thank you for listening this much time. About more than an hour has been crossed. Okay. I used to tell. I will also cover it. Don't worry. I'll cover the remaining things in the next part of the video. Remember, hard work beats the talent when the talent doesn't work hard. Okay. Thank you all for listening. Thank you.